To open, we're going to be doing my latest prediction. In this case, we're going to be doing a matchup between J.D. Vance, the most likely Republican nominee in 2028, versus Gavin Newsom, one of the top most likely nominees. The polls vary on him, but we'll be doing a prediction. Currently, I have the map set out as states that have voted the same since 2000, and I do think we still have got some safe states left to indicate here. We got Indiana for sure. Indiana went to Obama in 2008. He was able to do well enough there that it went to him, but I don't see a world in which, unless something insane happens, where it goes to Gavin Newsom in any sense. So that will be that. And then we got a couple, let me see here. There might be few other, I think the rest of these are going to be likely and on. We'll add characterization. So we're going to go to the likely blue states. So let's see here, which ones of those do we got? So we got Virginia, then Colorado, New Mexico in the Democratic column. Then we'll go to the likely Republican states now. There's more of these, quite a few of these. So we have Florida, Texas, I think could be safe or likely, depends on, I don't think Newsom would have much appeal there, but maybe it could narrow down to likely. I do think in Ohio it would most likely also remain in Republican hands. And let's see here, I believe that is all the states for now. So with that brings us to 221 for the Democrat, Gavin Newsom, to 218 for the Republican, J.D. Vance. And then we will now go to the lean states. So for the Democrats, we have the state of New Hampshire, and then as well as, actually, I think that might be the only one for the Democrats. And then for the Republicans, I'm going to go with North Carolina. I do think will remain in Republican hands. And if let's see here. And then the rest of these are going to end up being tilt states. On the Democratic side, I do think that Nevada, it has been trending. It went to Trump in 2024. So, all these states that are tilts could certainly flip. I think it's a legitimate possibility. But for now, I do think that just also near California might have appeal there, geographical location. But for now, I'm going to go with a tilt blue in Nevada. I do think that Arizona would probably be a different story. And I think that Newsom would fairly easily be able to win the district in Maine. I do think that in the district the district in Nebraska, in the district in Maine, I do think that J.D. Vance would be able to win it. So we're going to go with the rating as such. And then with that brings us to 232 to 246. So we've only got a few states left to sort here. So we will go now towards the tilt Republican states. So I do think that Gavin Newsom would probably end up losing the Rust Belt states. It would be interesting. There's a lot that could change. I think it's possible. But I do think that it would most likely be a pretty big election win for J.D. Vance. Gavin Newsom may do well. He's not really, he's trying to portray himself a little bit more as more of a moderate, so it'll be interesting if that strategy plays out. But I don't know about his chances in winning the Rust Belt. I think that J.D. Vance also has certainly some Rust Belt appeal growing up in Ohio in that area, so that would be a helping factor, similarly to how Gavin Newsom would probably do decently well in Nevada, just in the area. So yeah, that is probably going to be the prediction I would go with. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It's very likely, it's possible neither of these candidates are their respective parties' nominees, but always fun to do these hypotheticals. But yeah, feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.